In 1980s, the Aguda had sent Rabbanim to Russia to smuggle in some religious articles, tefillin, tzitzis, mezuzahs. They would tie up the boxes with the tefillin straps or with tzitzis strings. Then when they got to Russia, they would cut it down to size and they'd make it into proper tzitzis or to the proper tefillin, make the kshurim on the tefillin and everything. And they would have some parties quietly, done incandescently, in the basement of some people. They'd bring in children over there and adults, and to make it into a festive mood, they would go ahead and they would sing. One of the songs they sang one day was Achenu Kol Beis Yisrael, our brothers, Beis Yisrael, from the house of Jews, Hanasunim Batzar Vashivya, who are given over into captivity. Hashem should have mercy on them. And one of the Rabbanim turned to one of the children and said, every time I sing this song, I think about you. The hardships that you're going through, living over here in Russia. You have no religious freedom. But I want to ask you a question. What do you think about when you say it? And he turned to him and he said, Rabbi, I think about the Jews in America who don't even realize what persecution they're going to. I feel bad for you. We understand that we're living in Gullus and in exile and we're being persecuted. I feel more sorry for you because you're going through a religious persecution. Look how many people in America are going off the derech. Look how the intermarriage rate is. Look how many people are going ahead and falling by the side into marriage. You're worried about us? We know that we have a problem. You have a bigger problem because you don't realize that you have a problem. You think because you could wear your yarmulke and your tzitzis out and put on tefillin, you don't have a problem? You have a bigger problem. You have a spiritual problem. You don't realize that so many people are being caught up in the environment that's going on and falling off. You think you're not being oppressed. Because you're able to do whatever you want, you think that's good. Sometimes it's terrible. See what it's bringing to the children in America. See how many people there are at risk who are going off the derech because they have that spiritual freedom. It really isn't. It's the biggest oppression you could have. I feel bad for you when I say Achenu Kol Beis Yisrael. I feel bad that you don't realize even that you're being oppressed. It opened up my eyes to start thinking if it's really true. And it really is. We really are, being that we're living in a country that we could do whatever we want. There's no religious freedom. That's not called religious freedom. It's letting us be free. But it's not guiding us in a derech, in a path to go ahead and to become bigger and better Jews. It's taking us into an abyss. It's taking us into not having to conform, not having to think, and just doing whatever we want to do. In Ura, they put a lot of work into going ahead and reaching out to these people who have fallen by the wayside. The way we inspire other people is, the way we reach out to the Friar people is by going ahead and showing them the love that we have for them. I've been in Ura for the last 2 years, and I've been there almost every holiday, every Yom Tov. I've been there for Hanukkah, I've been there for Sukkot, I've been there for Pesach, I've been there for the Shidduchim weekends. I haven't met such a giving organization before in my life. The tens and tens of thousands of dollars that are going in by Avram Avinu, the way he was makar of people, was he sat and he invited them in. He did achnasas archim, doing charitable acts with them. and slowly being makar of them. And that's what he did. And he was very, very successful. Because people saw the Avos Yisrael, they saw the Ava, the true love. And slowly inspired them to become bigger and better people. 2 years ago, I met up with Ura. A long story how, we won't go there. And they offered me a job there, and I said, let me go, even though in the back of my head, oh no, it's going to be another one of these organizations, which just there's a lot of pump, and and they don't do anything about it, they're not going to follow through. I was so impressed, I can't begin to tell you, with the tremendous amount of love that Rav Chaim Mintz, the head of the organization, how he inspired tens and tens of yeshiva bachrim to go ahead and to follow in his ways and to reach out. But not just reach out, only giving them the food and the candy and the toys, which is also very important to get them to want to come. But the program is set up in a way which hands down there's nobody that can disagree with the mahalach, with the path they go on, which is Torah and Torah and Torah and more Torah and only Torah. Slowly to get the kindlech involved in learning with Torah mates, by the chill zone, having weekends for men, and the whole theme is Torah and Torah and Torah. Inspirational speakers to get them to learn. Having a woman's weekend, getting the ladies to go ahead and to come and to make sure that they understand what the Torah is and to affect it to their daily lives and to be an inspiration for their children further and further and further. I was there for this past Sukkot. They must have gone through 1,300 people. First weekend, there were like 500 people for a certain group of people. The Shabbos Chalmai was for girls. Simchas Torah was for boys. The Yerushalayim, the Torah, the inspiration that I got to help me grow and to help me steig. And amongst the tens and tens of Bachrim, maybe hundreds and hundreds of Bachrim that came to that Simchas Torah, you felt the Yerushalayim in the air. Boys reaching out for themselves, and by reaching out for themselves, inspiring others and others to go ahead and to understand what Torah life is all about. What can I tell you? I fell in love with the program. I go there now, and I look forward to going there now and to going ahead and helping more and more, being that I know that it's run by Rabbi Chaim Mintz. I go to the chill zone every Motzei Shabbos in Muncie. It brings in 15, 20 people. Some people will get, only 15, 20 people. Every Jew by them is worth it, no matter what it takes, because they have the right Torah Hashkafa. To go ahead and be makarv one person alone is worth it, and then makarv hundreds and hundreds of people. I have a bacher which we had a shiloh this week. I called up. One of the counselors told one of the boys this summer, who's my Torah mate, who's probably learning 8-10 hours a day there, and they told him, well, if you're learning 8-10 hours a day, then perhaps you don't need us anymore. And the response was, what? It's the biggest hashpah that you can have, that our own Ura boys are coming back and being mashpia on the little children. This is one of our Ura boys. This is our pride and joy. This is our nachas. This is what Ura does. It takes boys, makes them into B'nai Torah, into Yerushalayim, by going ahead and continuing with the Torah mates, by reaching out. So if they need money for tuition, they'll help them out. If they need money for clothes, they'll help them out. I was involved this summer, the last weekend. A mother came up and she said, I can't get my son into yeshiva because there's no tuition. Being part of the Ura staff, I put in many hours, making many phone calls. And Baruch Hashem, the Bacher is in yeshiva now. Hopefully he's steiging to his fullest potential. But us as Ura family, we realize what our goal is. To make them into B'nai Torah and Yerushalayim. Not only just to go ahead and just say that I'm Jewish, because that doesn't last. What lasts is getting them into what real Yiddishkeit is and with Torah. I'd just like to give my bracha to the organization. The Eibishter should help them continue what they're doing, and it's will be a great benefit. Whoever goes ahead and supports the organization, I can guarantee you, there isn't a penny that's spent which is not discussed with Moreno Rabbi Chaim Mintz to make sure it goes through the Derech HaTorah to help people grow and steig and avoid in Yiras Hashem. And thank you for this opportunity.
There's a shine on our face as we talk on the phone, learning with our Torah mates, and the joy that we have as Shabbos comes near. Hoorah, it's because of you that we're here. There's a shine on our face as we talk on the phone, learning with our Torah mates, and the joy that we have as Shabbos comes near. Hoorah, it's because of you